All right, so today we can work on execution. We're gonna talk about a few things. Today's gonna be a really good one. All right. Due to the fact that I'm gonna start off with mindset, which is breaking the delusion. Welcome everybody that's here, and let's get into it. Okay. For some reason, the world thinks like this. I'm gonna tell y'all why people fail. The world thinks like this. Okay. You have a job. We're gonna build it. I'm gonna show you the right way to have the thought process if you're going to think like this. And it's still, you got to break, I'm going to break people out of delusion. Okay, so you got a job, all right? And then they think um, idea, idea, and this is another reason why people get discouraged about running their own, like following their dreams and stuff like that. So, and if this is you, don't feel bad because this is the majority of the planet probably. Because every time I see people that jump into the business world, um, is normally it seems like this. It seems like this is the average thought process. All right, so you have a job, and I'm thinking it's because people see businesses and stuff like that. They work. I don't know if it's Instagram. I don't know if it's TikTok. Let me know in a second after I go over this. Now let me know in the chat what you think if this is if it's TikTok, if it's YouTube, if it's because where they work at, whatever the case may be. People that have jobs come up with an idea, they start a business, they think they get rich instantly. Right? Most people think that when they have a job, they leave a job or they stay in a job, they start the idea or they have the idea, they start the idea, start the business, and then they get rich. It's like they think that the money is supposed to just pour out of the sky, out of nowhere. Just the money just come out of nowhere. I'm confused. Where do y'all think they get that from? Where do you think that thought process come from? I'm asking y'all because I actually don't know. It's a very confusing thought process to me. I don't know why most people, when they get into business, they don't understand the building process.
I think most people just see the big picture and not the underlying work that's involved with it.
Okay, so you think that people just what big picture, the money part or running the
Yeah,
business
they
part?
they, they they just see the end result. If I got a product, boom, I make money. But they don't see like the in between stuff that you have to do to basically get, I don't know, customers to your product.
Yeah, find out the target audience, distribution, marketing, branding.
Yeah.
They don't know the difference between
Hmm.
marketing, branding, and advertising. You get what I'm saying? A lot of different things. Super J says gurus. Super J, do me a favor. What about gurus do you think that tricks people into thinking that it goes, leave your job, start your idea, business, you get rich? Another thing that which is baffling is that most people leave their jobs. The idea that they come from. One second, so you can see where I'm going with this. And we're gonna build a boring business today. So we have people that leave their job, start with an idea, and they got the idea from YouTube or ad. And what the idea is, A trending business. A trending business. So leave job, start idea. The idea they get from is from YouTube or ad. Idea that's from the YouTuber ads, a trending business. So they get into business and then they think they get rich. Due to the fact that it's a guru telling them that they made $10,000, $100,000, whatever the case may be. The most craziest thing is people be falling from this stuff when there's a kid on YouTube talking about they made $100,000. This is when I knew that everything was fugazi. VO3 just popped. This came out. It literally just came out, right? That's when VO3 first came out. There were people out there making videos saying they made $100,000 a month, and the thing only been out for a few days, and people fell for it. That's when I knew that the whole concept of starting your business from people online was cooked. That's why I went. That's why I went this way. You get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, it's complete. That's why I said, okay, gurus must go. Gurus must go. Because once you start seeing children and a bunch of people saying that they was making hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, $50,000, $20,000 a month off of a thing that just came out, that hasn't been out for a month, that's when I said, okay, yeah, the whole industry of business is literally a circus. And that's where I said, okay, I got to create this platform. You get what I'm saying? So now, let's go back here to this real quick. Job, idea comes from YouTube, idea comes from ad, ideas trend is business. People that do trend businesses instantly ask to fail because you don't know how long this business is going to last. You don't know if it has regulations that come in towards it. You don't know, like, updates. Your whole business is built off of where the trend goes. So when the trend dies, for example, like Yetis, all that type of stuff like that, your business die. You get what I'm saying? So then people end up going, they end up going backwards. After they realize that this doesn't get them rich, right? They end up going backwards, which means they end up back here. All right. So another thing is people quit job. They don't have an idea. They found something on YouTube. They don't find it on ads. And what it's called is they got lucky. So basically they sold the Dogecoin or whatever the case may be. So they end up in the crypto community. And then they trying to, that's their business. I'm in the crypto community, which end up having them back here. I want to keep everyone from back here. So how do I keep you guys from being here? Show you the middle ground, the complete middle part. You have a job, which is good. We get rid of this loser right here. We'll get rid of all this right here. Put this down. So that's what let me just put this back. So you have a job. You have an idea. Let's do this. Let's do this right here. You do this part. Then you come here. Now, with everything going on, you can start a business within an hour. But you have to know what you're doing. Because you got to know how to do all this part, which we want to do this in a second. All right, so you got to do this in a second. So, you have your job, you do this part, you have your idea, you do this part right here, not this part up here. Then you come here, you have a business. So one more thing I want to talk about this guy right here. About patience. Let's give it all this real quick. Give this guy here. Let me ask you a question. When you get a job How long does it take you to get paid? Everybody should know that question, right? If you have a job, everybody should know that question. When do you get paid? 3 weeks? Okay, 3 weeks. If you don't have a job and you're looking for one, it could take you up to a year to get paid. Let's move on to this there. There's no job that can take you up to a year. So my thing is, going back to what I was saying a few days ago, looking to get paid to follow your dream is delusion. It's a delusion. It's a delusion. The fact that you will think that there's somebody that should pay you to follow your dream. You know how many people that came to me in my inbox and asked, all right, you're teaching, so I explained to them, they asked, okay, you're teaching how to build a business. How much do I get paid? And you know, that's instantly a pack up. Once that happens, I instantly pack them up. Realize, oh, I didn't see it that way. It's like, why would I pay you to follow your dream? That makes no sense. Like, that makes no sense. And that's why I started talking about that. It's insanity to think that way. To think that someone will pay you. Like, who do you think you are? Like, really, who do you think you are for somebody to pay you to follow your dream? That makes no sense. When you're a complete nobody at the moment. And if you don't do anything, you're still a what? A nobody. So it's people's delusional, you know? So, and you got to make yourself somebody. How do you make yourself somebody? By doing this part. You got to do this part. People only see this. Once you pop off, everybody's get the eyes here. Let's move. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's put him here. They only see this. They don't know how you got this because you did all this here. Once you pop off, this is all they see. This is all they see. This is when you become somebody. This is when people will pay you to be you. When you're here, no one's going to pay you to be you. No one's going to pay you to be you. They're paying you to be whatever job that it is that you're doing. They're not paying you to be you. They're paying you, if you're a trash man, they're paying you to be a trash man. That's what they're paying you to be. Trash man. Not whatever your name is. Right? They don't care about you as the person. They care about the trash man. Okay? So, job, you have to do this part. The idea here. Okay? Now, let's build this. Let me show you within 2025 how you can do all this here to get to this point. But the thing about it is, what it used to be back then, we had like Wix and stuff like that, right? You have to actually like build the website, type it all in, you know, do all the proofreading and all that stuff like that. You had to do all that, right? You don't have to do that no more due to the fact that, let me show you how it used to be. You used to have to come up with the idea, right? It said to come up with the idea, get the website made. Let me see, do networking. Do all the networking. Do all the social media. This is literally what you had to do. You had to do all the social media. You had to pretend to be somebody. You had to do all the stuff. So you had to have the job, think of an idea, get the website made, or do the website yourself on Wix. Network, get on social media, pretend to be somebody that you're not. All that stuff like that. It's much different now. So let's start with going to Google. Let's build something real quick. I'm gonna show you how fast to build something. top 3 online courses for tennis. Learn tennis from the stars. Okay. Let's look at one more website. Coach Tube. Terrible. Let's see. Terrible. Awful. Okay, so this is the best looking one. So we're gonna grab this. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna type paste this there. That's it. We're gonna go to ChatGPT. Now, if you are on your computer or on your phone, I want you to do this in a second. We're gonna train your AI. Next, what I want y'all to do is go to labs. If you're following along, which you should be following along, this is where you follow along at now. Go to labs, and I want y'all all to go to right here, Spartan University. Click that button. It will take you here. Log in. Hold on, let me log in on my side.
We can't see your screen.
Just go to labs. You'll see it. You'll see it. It's at the bottom. 1 second. I'm gonna put it on my screen anyway, so I can show you what to do. All right. So we're gonna grab this stuff here. Let me update this real quick. Let me update it. All right, let me update it real quick. One second, y'all. You're gonna need to not fast for refresh. Pardon me. All right, go to business intake, and then right here. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take those ideas that we got here, and we're gonna put them here. Then we're gonna save them. And then we're gonna view them. All right. So AI swing analyzer. Just upload a video of the server forehand or backhand. AI breaks down there. Okay. Virtual matches. Anybody can do this. Personalized strategy because AI analyze match footage. No, not that. So we're gonna use this one right here. That's on practice drills. We can do this too. That's how you get funding. So we're gonna put this one right here. It's gonna be the ideas that you implement. So the first one you will put the ideas that you got from your AI. The second one you'll put the ones that you'll implement. So this is gonna help you get the funding right here. And this is this whole thing is about. This right here, swing analyzer. There you go. That's what I want. All right. So we're going to. I don't know. Yeah. So labs is right here. Click that, and then you want to go to business intake. So these are the ones I want to use. Right. So make sure that these things save real quick. Let's see. All right, they save. Great. All right. So next, we want to do is remember you can use this for your class notes too as well. So next we want to do is then do the business plan part. So we're gonna go prepare first. So we're gonna do the about company. So we're gonna do that first. First let's do a business plan first. Let's see, create a business plan. I'll move y'all over here real quick so y'all can see. I only want y'all to see. Again, this is not going to go on the tubies. Uh, create a business plan that for I gotta do this way for my client. You by the way, for you guys, first prompt is this. If you're doing consulting, if you're gonna be doing consulting or professor, if you're gonna be a professor, you should make sure you learn this stuff here. It's very important. Learn this, pick this up, master this here. All right. Create a business plan for my client. I am working on this online course. Yeah, doesn't really matter where it is using AI to grab these two right here. Make sure you pay attention if you want to be a professor or you are one now. You kind of go over what you think you know about the company, or not the company, but like the industry. If you don't know exactly what they're trying to do, especially if they're a person that don't know anything about business and stuff. This is what you get paid for. This is why you get paid a lot, by the way. Just want you to know that. If you're going in the business consulting route, by the way, this is why you get paid a lot of money, because of this right here. It's like doing their homework. Fundamentals. You can add this. Add more to make this sound up. Make his about us for his company to sound interesting. This is how you got to learn how to use this thing. You know what I'm saying? Start using this thing as a goddamn therapist and learn how to make this thing do what you wanted to do. Make it sound interesting. All right, so you put that here, and it will start filling in the things and stuff like that. Oh, this is not my business. This is not my business. I wanted to do it because it's a boring business, like, because I didn't want to do the trend stuff. And that trend stuff doesn't work. It's crap. It's all bullshit. It's all excuse my language. It's all BS. It's none of that stuff. None of that stuff online. Anytime they goes holding their face and telling you it's $1,000, $100,000 and stuff, that stuff is crap. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to basically build a boring business that could make a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? And then I want to go over the whole concept of Sparta University, where it's basically going to build something that is interesting to VCs. You get what I'm saying? The whole goal is to get you funded. No. Trend businesses just doesn't work. Okay? As in doing a bunch of research and just doing trending businesses, it doesn't work. Right? Never made not even close to 10 grand doing trending businesses. Boring businesses are the ones that make the most money due to the fact that there are the ones that like people won't look at. It's not so many people are in. For example, you see social media agencies, they went that route. They went to AI automation route. You see what I did? I went back to business consulting. It's not too many people talking about business consulting because business consulting is very boring. It's very boring. It's actually fun because you get to learn. You learn a ton about business, right? But when it comes to like in business development too, like with those two, it's you see some people talk about they are one of them, but they're not really the ones. Well, on scale I am, right? The reason why I chose to go the route I chose is because it's not really talked about. You get what I'm saying? It's very boring. It's a lot of reading. You got to learn a lot. When it comes to businesses like logistics, healthcare, like dental, even dentists, all that type of stuff like that. Things that people just won't. When you talk to people, you ask them what kind of businesses. I'm gonna say what a business, boring business is basically. When you ask someone what kind of business they're running, and you won't hear it a lot. So, hey, what kind of business you run? I run a dental company. As a technology person, what kind of business you run? I make software for dental companies. You know what I'm saying? So that's very boring. You know what I'm saying? It's not really the, oh wow, you know, it's like I do AI automation and stuff like that, and it's all over the internet and stuff like that. Like, That's trending businesses versus if you go to somebody, I do logistics for manufacturer companies. It's boring as hell. You get what I'm saying? There's no pizzazz on it. That makes sense, you know? You won't really run into so many people talking about it. That's what a boring business is. That's what a boring business is. For example, who has a boring business is Winger. He has a security company. Security companies is definitely is one of the most boring businesses that's inside of the top boring businesses. Security companies. Security companies is one of the boring business. Those businesses make a lot of money. So when you go like if you go to network events, you just talk to people. You see people talking about the same thing: social media marketing agencies, all this AI, email marketing, all that stuff like that. But you won't see too many people talking about I own a security company. You won't see too many people talking about I own a healthcare company. You won't see too many people do logistics for security companies. I do logistics for healthcare companies. I make software for healthcare companies. All that stuff is people just go, oh okay, and then you get what I'm saying. So those are the businesses you want to get into because those is where the money is at. You know, so for what you're doing, like web design and all that stuff like that. That's another boring business. That's boring too. So in Peter's perspective aspect, right? I said one more aspect. Is a course, but it's a course of tennis. You get what I'm saying? It's not a course of how to make money and all the types of stuff like that, right? It's a course. It's a tennis instructor. So it's boring because like when you I have a course, it's not like a fitness thing, which fitness falls into the trend, right? It's not into and not make money online. That falls into the trend. It's tennis, So another one, cleaning. A cleaning course can also be boring, but you'll make a lot of money off of it. You get what I'm saying? So it's the most craziest uh, companies that companies that company ideas that you will think that won't make money. Those are the ones that make the money. The ones that you think like nobody's gonna want to do it. And as we continue to go on, I'm gonna show you how this company right here is gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you as we work on it. All right. So 1 second. Come up with target market and why investors should be interested in funding this platform. Give projections such in 5 years. What the company could make and where it could be in 5 years. Give me a partnership ideal. Give me, I want to say it backwards. Give me idea of partnerships that would fit with this company. Also, give me a exit strategy. Boom. All right, so use that right there. Home care, yes, home care, like cleaning businesses, home care, all that stuff. Like the most boring. I'm gonna put it in the chat in a second. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna show you the most boring stuff. The things that you think that won't work, they actually are the ones that make the most money. Which is why, um, like I said, after all this scene and stuff with the AI and all that stuff like that, doing the studying, game development is another one. But game development is something that you would need a ton of money to get and to finish that, right? You need like to do funding and all that stuff like that, right? I went back to education because education is one of the most boring things that you can possibly do, but it makes you so much money, and plus the funding, the funding in education is crazy, right? So, um, if you make, it, I want you to do me a favor, mute yourself for a second,
Yeah,
Andrew.
I was gonna say something after I'll talk after.
I got you. At I'm done this, you got it. Um,
Okay.
when it comes to the funding possibilities, people that will buy your company, you want to make it where people just like when you go to network events, you're just different. Another one, weapons, making weapons and all types of stuff like that. That stuff, people just look past it. You know what I'm saying? People look at that. People look past that stuff. The things that aren't on display, right? For example, I give you an example in the winter. Go ahead. I'll give you a prime example. The most popular rapper, right now would be considered Drake, right? Right? Not right now though, but you get the point. He was considered the most popular rapper, but the one that everybody should have been looking at was who? Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. You get what I'm saying? And it's like that, and damn near everything. Everything. The person that you think that you should want to be like is nothing. The person is not the person. It's the people that they don't show love to. You get what I'm saying? But go, Winter.
Yes, I was gonna just to add to what you were saying about the born businesses. So just in general, when you get into a business, the key people don't usually don't take the time to do their research, do their homework before getting into a business. They might think, oh, there's a lot of money. So yeah, you have to do your research, make sure you did a market analysis to see what's out there, how much potential you can get. Even though there's a lot of money, but to start, it's gonna be take a lot of work, hard work. It's not the first 6 months or the first year or 2 years, there might be no money coming into your pocket. You have to know, like you were saying earlier, you have to have patience and endurance to go through those hard issues, all the problems that come with healthcare, security, all the businesses. Yeah, you have to be able to have patience to wait and keep working. Have a goal and your visions, and eventually you're gonna be successful. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me add on to that. So what I'm gonna be showing y'all is I'm gonna show y'all how not to go through 6 to 12 months and all this type of stuff like that to make money inside of your company because that's not true anymore. It was true, but in 2025 that's not. You don't have to if you do it the distribution first, then you build. Put the idea. You come up with the idea, right? Going back to the whiteboard for a second for you guys. Let me show you something real quick. This right here. One second. Yeah, right. This right here would be crazy back in the days, right? before AI, this would be insane. You was like, this would be stupid to do, right? So, you know they say that the terminology put the cart before the horse, or the horse before the cart, or what's the terminology? There's the horse before the cart. So I don't know what they say. Well, one second. And the reason why it's possible to do this now is because of interest media. Like, bro, it's the perfect time to become to become rich because everything, like all the cards, is literally laid on the table. Yeah, it's the perfect time. Right now is the perfect time to become a business person, um, to be a human being because everything is extremely easy right now. You have AI, and you have 1 second. Okay, I found the button. And you have interest media. So what you do, you use AI to build. Let's just say empire. You use AI to build empire. Use social media to build following. What I mean by following, I'm not talking about the follow me thing. So basically interest media. So you build your following from interest media because people will follow you, or if they see you, sometimes people don't even have to see you. You'll end up just popping up on their timeline a lot. They don't have to even follow you anymore. So you build that right here. You build the empire, and it's a thing that you probably heard me. You build this. All this stuff right here. The empire is being built is based on talking about like Lovable. What the empire will be the website. Sell the concept. Show the concept. This is why it shouldn't take you long anymore, Linger. You sell the concept, but you do it backwards. My bad, I did it backwards. 1 second, it goes this way. You should be making money in the concept stage of the business. One second. It actually goes here. One second. One second. One second. Switch it. This way. You build the concept. You show it. You show you building it. Show you building it though. All right. You show you building it, and then you sell the concept. All right. So it should no longer be build concept or build business, sell business, and then try to build your following off of selling your business. No, that's no. It should be the other way around. You get what I'm saying? You build the concept out, show the concept, so you working on the concept, and then you sell it. Okay, so also crypto kind of showed that, kind of broke that in too. I'll get at the crypto. Crypto broke that in too. So you build the audience on it and you sell it. Now, if you're doing security companies and stuff like that, going to the security, what you should be talking about a lot is security. Again, but you want to sell it into a way where it's not like you're selling your business. So, for example, if you're going to security, you want to type in stuff like this. This is how I'll run a security company. Top 10 home invasions. Right? You can just talk about, like, look into things like this. I don't know, to find the like whatever home break-ins or something like that. I don't know. And just make a reaction channel and just get your thoughts on it, and then talk about why having a security system is important. Then you become authority figure, and that this is wrestling, right? But that's at the top. What's that? Top 10. That's why it says WW. Right? So, and you talk about these type of things like that, right? Top 10 home break-ins and stuff like that, and then in the videos when people watching them, you're just saying why security is important, very important, and stuff like that. And then when they ask you, well, what security systems do you think is good? You sell them your concept. You sell them your concept. You show them working on that stuff like that. They following you and all that stuff. They follow you. You showing that you sell them your concept. That's it. Boom. Easy. You build the audience here, and then you sell them the concept. That's it. But now, it's because of digital. You're able to do that. You're able to do that. Yeah, but they repackage it as new. But what do they do? You know, they say, "Hey, we're going to have these new features, and when you get the game, it's not in there yet. Most of the features aren't in there yet. Most of the features are in there, and they're saying we're working on them. We're working on them. Don't worry about it. We're working on them. It's the most craziest thing. Back in the days, that would be insane. Nowadays, it's possible. That's what if you're not if you're not following what the big companies do, they distribute it first. They send it out to you. They send it out to you. Or broken, or it's broken. Yeah. Or it's completely broken. Yeah. Or it's completely broken. So the thing about it is, you're selling, yes, a development business, yes. That's exactly what it is. And here is the big part of it. Investors will not buy it if it's finished. investors investors will not buy it if it's finished. That's the craziest part. They will not buy it if it's finished. If your product is finished, they will not buy it. And that's the whole game. And that's the game, and that's what everybody should be doing with their businesses. Which is why the whole concept, going back to here, the whole concept is you guys building your business out. Do you know why an investor won't buy your business if it's finished? Does anybody know why?
They won't make enough money out of it.
What do you say?
Because they won't make enough money. They want to make as much profit at the beginning. If it's finished, you're gonna give them less. If it doesn't want to make a deal, it's already built. The owners are gonna give them that much of a profit or share. right?
Yeah, when if they get in too late, you already grew to a high amount where they feel like they missed out on you. So you end up being a company like Apple. Like getting into Apple now is one of the worst, because you can end up being one, like if you got an Apple early, you're cooking. You're cooking. But buying into Apple now, where Apple is they're not innovative anymore and stuff like that, is why. Why would I put my money into you? You get what I'm saying? You start to lose hope in you, especially because you're reaching your peak. If I start in early, if I put in amount of money into you early, you have enough to scale. I make an insane amount of money. So they really don't want to buy finished things, because when you finish, there's no room to scale. You get what I'm saying? There's no room to scale. So that's why you start. That's why you if you look at, let me show you. Sorry, show you better than I tell you. You see, it's all gambling now, right? Right now, if y'all don't know, the the being a founder is one of the biggest things you could be right now. Being a founder, right? Like if y'all have not realized that, my goal is not to turn y'all into business owners. Like being a bit founder is a business owner, but the goal is for you guys to be seen as founders, which is why I have this. As you realize, in most of the I about to say episodes, most of the classes that we are in, what do you hear me say? You see me typing this in all the time. And I always talk about selling the idea to investors. Right now, you want to be founders. Founders are basically Prince. I don't know if you're in here, Prince. But remember, I said entrepreneurs gonna be the new rappers. I said that back then. And then what happened? Entrepreneurs became the most popular ones. Now they fell off. Now it's about to be founders. Streamers had their time, and now soon it's about to be founders, because founders is starting to be looked at as the geniuses. It should be called vibe businesses. Yeah. Yeah. But the goal is to, like, let me ask you a question and be honest. Put a one in the chat if you thought my goal was for you guys to make revenue. Put one in the chat if y'all thought that's what I wanted to build y'all for y'all to make revenue. No, nobody. Come on, somebody's capping here. Somebody's capping. Somebody's capping. Somebody has to be capping. Somebody has to be capping. One of y'all got to be capping. So all y'all thought that the game was. Well, how many of you put a one in the chat for if you thought that the goal for me was for y'all to make revenue? Okay, thank you. All right, come on, man. Somebody here capping. The goal, like, it's impossible for all y'all to think that my goal is for scaling and growth, right? Scaling and growth. Yeah, not what these businesses, right? Yeah, so scaling and growth is the thing. The goal, if you guys, all right, let's do a better one. Who put a one in the chat if you want to be rich? Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you want to be rich. Okay. My goal is not for you guys to spend 10 to 20 years to get rich. That's not the goal. My goal is for y'all guys to spend 2 to 5 years and then you blow up out of nowhere. And when you blow up out of nowhere, what happens is you become that random guy that ends up the billionaire. You get what I'm saying? Let me show you an example. This guy is very random. He came out of nowhere. He's very random. Okay? Where's the other guy? What's the Asian guy that Mark Zuckerberg purchased him? What's his name? Bought out AI. What's the AI guy? CEO. What's his name? Him. This dude. Him right here. He acquired him for 14. He came out of nowhere. This is a kid, by the way. He came out of nowhere. These people, that's my goal, is for you guys to come into this platform, build, grind, raise money. Now, the money that you guys are going to raise for the next 6 to 12 months is not going to be these type of numbers. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to be these type of numbers. But the goal is to get y'all to one point to where y'all, boom, blow up out of nowhere, which is why the PR and all that stuff is a thing. All right? Now, I understand that it's just keep coming to classes. You guys will start to see everything get put together. But get the point. Sell idea. Okay? Sell idea. Sell the concept. That's what these bozos has done. And I'm saying bozos, I'm not just talking about Apple. I'm talking about these guys. The gaming industry, they're all doing it. And they're raising crazy amounts of money off of the idea, not the product. Okay, if you realize everything is shifting. Everything is shifting. They're not talking about, oh, we're going to, like, think about it. 1 second. I want you to understand. Grand Theft Auto 6 has got $2 billion in funding. $2 billion in funding. They got a projection with pre-orders alone that they'll make $3 billion before the game come out. Now, what does that tell you? They said the game might make $7 billion altogether. That means that Rockstar and Take-Two sat with those investors and sold them what? The dream. That's what y'all got to do. That's what sell them the dream and make it possible. And I'm not saying take the money and run. Don't do that. That's scamming. That's 100% scamming. Sell the dream, get the money, make the dream. Your dream comes true. That's it. That's it. All right? So, you gotta make sure you make the dream though. That's very important because you won't get a lawsuit. All right? So, that's why you're here. You have this here. And this is what I'm doing with Peter here. Having him with the AI company. All right? Now, you want to make sure you put this here. You fill this out here. About the founder. You put this here. I'm going to have him finish this himself, though. But you want to put about the company, which is here. 1 second. Now we're going to put make a pitch deck. Now, you guys will soon see, as you guys continue to work on your business, that trying to do it the old way, when no one is doing that way, the people that's making the money, they're not doing it the old way. No one is doing it that way. A lot of people that's doing it right. No one's doing it that way. I'm telling you, you're going to start seeing founders start to become streamers. You're going to start seeing founders start to become content creators. You're going to see all that stuff soon. You're going to see all that stuff soon. Because it's becoming very popular. Okay, what link do you need? You put the link for the chat. What do you mean? Then you want to get their website? Oh, the ChatGPT thing. Okay, give me a second. Oh, all right. There you go. Let me know if it's working. And then you want to put the exit strategy here. Give me a full-on exit strategy on how to sell this company for $1 billion. No problem. All right. This right here means Peter has to become liked. He has to become liked. Right here, it has to become liked. Secure partnerships, boom. Integrate wearable. Okay, yeah, this is giving Peter right here a crazy, if he follows through, I'm telling you, get the funding. You get the funding, you start implementing these ideas. So like, get the funding, fund a VR game studio, whatever the case may be. Build the generations of that, and when you sell everything, listen, man. You can. There's some companies that you want to keep for yourself, like foundations and everything like that. But the company you want to, when you want to become million and billionaires and stuff like that. Look, matter of fact, let's do this real quick. How the best way to become a billionaire. Look at this. See? You'll see everything that I'm teaching you right here. One second. You'll see, pardon me, y'all. You'll see everything, literally everything I'm teaching you. How to become a billionaire. You'll see everything I'm saying. Media, tech. I ain't talking about tech too much. Well, gaming. Media, AI. Not just ours and that stuff like that. Capital, other people's money, investors, fund. You're not going to become a billionaire by just starting a business. It never happens. It won't work. It's not going to work for you. AI, media, people. Right? You see this? Debt, which is the credit side. Equity, getting investors. Exit. I'm telling you, I don't know why people thought that to become billionaires you gotta like build one business and stick to it and stuff like that. That is foolish. That means that all these companies, the people that started businesses, should be billionaires. That's not how it works. Build slow empires for boring. Look, see your mouth. Build slow empires with boring, but vital stuff. Real estate, logistics, finances, agriculture, pardon me. You see? And then mindset. All right, so that's how you become a billionaire. Everything I'm showing y'all is the way to become a billionaire. All right, let's go back to work. We're almost finished here. Where is that? All right, so let's go back on this side. Somebody got a question or something like that? Oh, who mic is that? 1 second. Super J, your mic is off. Kiana, your mic is off too. I don't know which one. Energy, your mic is off too. And Christian, you as well. I don't know which one of y'all mic is doing that. But yeah, all right. Let's finish the last thing. I'm gonna do it because it's a lot, so it's not gonna do a lot of it. But just for the time being, now all you gotta do For him to have his business running, all he has to do, um, one second, I was reading the chat. Yeah, it was Jay's shenanigans. Yeah. All he has to do is make videos, upload the videos on the platform, and then go out there and promote it. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is promote it. Cause he's already a instructor. So all you gotta do is talk about to his whatever he's instructing already, and say, hey, I have more classes. What okay, I mean, this is why I was successful with him to show him how to do it, but I need to know more of basically like what is his whole thing. But if he's an instructor, for these people, all you can do is say, hey, for this amount of money, $49, whatever the case may be, I can give you more personal training. Plus, I have an AI that will help you with your analyzing your swings and all that stuff like that. Now, one thing also you can do is you can give people, some people a free membership, which is very good, by the way, which is why I did it with some of you guys, to build his user base. Give free memberships, and that's another thing. While we wait on that, let me tell y'all something. Use the power of giving for free. When you give people for free, you get your user base up. You get your user base up, you'll be able to test the MVP out on the user base that you have, the free people. You test it out on them, you see it works, you take that, and then you go and then you sell it out. Because if the people that's free is using it, that means that it can be sold. You get what I'm saying? So if they're using it, that means it can be sold. So you want to get people that's serious that's free though. You know, so for example, on Peter's side, he want to get people that really want to be good at tennis. Give a couple of them free. Like, all right, so you can use them as case studies, all that type of stuff like that. That's very important. When you are chasing money, I promise you, it will not chase you back. It will not chase you back. All right? That's one of the biggest things why people fall in business, because they're chasing the money, especially if you are doing it where you are strategically planning to get out of the business anyway. Okay? So after you you scale the business and sell it, this when you start that one business that you want for your family and stuff like that. Because if the goal was to pass down generational wealth, you already done that when you sold your company for $2, $3, $4, $5 billion. You already made generational wealth. It doesn't matter anymore. You and your family never have to work ever again. So even the stress of starting a business, or whatever the case may be, you guys don't even have to worry about that. But to keep the money flowing and generating, what you would do after that is buy other companies that's already running. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. Right? That's that. It's already running. I don't got to do anything. I just buy it. I own it. Boom. Move forward. And that's basically what the whole strategy is with us acquiring businesses. Why do I start a business of my own, go through the same BS I did when I built this here, when I could just buy other companies that's already making money? I'm buying money at that point. And that's what the billionaires do. They buy money. Oh, won't be able to do it because it's connected to super base. I had to have him create a super base first, and then I'll be able to add these two here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna publish it, and I'm gonna give it to him. And now all he got to do, right, is have it to where, because right here, again, I won't be able to do anything because you got to start a super base. So all you got to do is have him make a super base. All right, here we go. So now all Pete got to do is very simple. I'm going to tell you how you run this business now. I'm telling you, all he has to do is make some videos. He has to make some videos, and then you upload them on here, which I'll create a back office in a second. He uploads the videos on the course side, and then on the course side, wait a second. So he upload the videos on the course side. I'm thinking about how I'm actually in the middle of thinking like how I'm actually gonna build it. He upload the videos on the course side, and then he'll be able to sell it to his customers that he already has. He already has. This is what he does already. So he'll be able to do that. When he does that, when he sells it to the people, he is able to say, "Hey, so on here, he could say like a certain amount of a certain amount of videos per month or whatever the case may be, certain amount of whatever the case may be. So it's a certain thing. You get the point. You'd be able to sell it to the damn thing. But I don't know how tennis works. But you'd be able to sell it to his audience already. What he needs to do is then make content on playing tennis. Just playing tennis, day in the life content. The best content is day in the life content right now on short form day in the life content. Or what I'm doing right now, right here, right? You guys gonna start seeing me do this stuff, especially when it comes to the real estate stuff. So all he has to do is now go to his audience that he already has, show them the website, say, hey, for extra $99, I'll take this down to 49. This should probably be like 99, and this would be whatever the case may be. I don't know. I don't know what he does. I haven't talked to him. I told him that I will build this part out, build a blueprint for him, build everything out, and then he's to take over. So after all that stuff, he'd be able to take over this. He'd be able to do it whatever he wants. But I know he'd be able to take it to the audience he already has now, and then say for extra $49 a month, you can get X, Y, Z. That's all. That's all you have to do. That's all he has to do there.
You're talking about Peter, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's just a tennis coach.
yeah. That's basically all you gotta do is do coaching on that. I don't know. I don't play tennis, so I don't know how it works. I don't know any rules. You know. So, but I know he can just take it to his people already that he has. But to do day in the life, pardon me, day in the life stuff, and just target people who plays tennis. There's an audience for that. First, wait. Let's stop yapping for a second. Let's just see. And all you got to do is take 1 to 2% to make $60 to $40 million a year, which would help him sell the company for at least I'll say 300, 400 million, 400 million. That's if he listens, though. You guys listen. 1 second. It's gonna be on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube. Not everything though. Not every part of it gonna be YouTube, but most of it's gonna be on YouTube. All right, so he has to. What Peter has to do is he has to become likable, right? Not saying that he's not, but I'm saying he has to become likable to the market, right? He has to become a figure in the market. So for him to be able to pop this off, he has to be him. He has to be him. No problem, Bianca. He has to be him. So you got to be likable, consistent. That's another thing that guys got to understand. Be consistent too. Whatever it is that you're building, consistency is 100% key. If you're not consistent, you're going to get cooked. So those are the things that you want to also understand. Consistency is number one. Not number one, but you get the point. It's definitely there. It's up there. So that's it, basically. I wanted to go over these things. So let's go over one more last thing. How do you train your ChatGPT?